This is a clip from an earlier live stream. I know you're going to like it, so the link to the full video is down below. Check it out. I'll see you over there. Hey, thank you so much, Amethyst Angel. What does she say here with the 5 super? She says, as Umar, Candace, and Henyard walk into a bar, who's winning the grift game? I would pay money to watch this, okay? If this were a pay-per-view, I would pay money to watch this. I'm going to go. Tiffany Henyard is going to get out first. She's going to tap out first. Somebody said, was this a Saturday Night Live skit? I know it sounds wild, man. I think Candace can out-grift Umar Johnson. If they just go by just the numbers, just sheerly by the numbers, Henyard is definitely at the bottom. Umar is in the middle, and Candace is light years ahead of them. If it were like a debate, I give Henyard nothing at all in the debate. It's going to be a coin toss between Candace and Umar, depending on what they're debating about. But I would watch that too. I would definitely watch that. That one's going to be a 50-50. It can go either way. Henyard, Umar. I'm going to give it to Umar just so we can, spice it up. I think just on the grift game alone, Candace wins. I think if it were a debate, an outright debate, I'm going to give it to Umar just because I want to be difficult and such like that. Between Candace and Henyard, yeah, I still think Candace will get her. I think Candace will get her. Umar and Henyard, yeah, I don't give Henyard any. I don't think she can rule the roost in any of these regards. I just think that Candace and Umar are just different. They're just different breed, in my opinion. In my opinion, based upon information and belief. I just don't think that she's able to do that. Yeah, if we put them in a cage match, a grifting cage match, I think Candace is coming out because she's grifted better. I think she's imagine, just think about it. If I'm right, if Candace has always been a leftist, she has successfully cosplayed as a Republican, GOP, MAGA, whatever, conservative for like 6, 7, 8 years. And for the most part has been successful at causing people to believe that she was a conservative. Umar Johnson couldn't do that. Tiffany Henyard couldn't do that. That's some high level grift right there. That's some high level griftology right there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to give it to Candace. Candace has just got the grift game in a chokehold. She's got it in a chokehold. There's no way around it. You can't do anything with that. I just think that she just brings about the most creativity. And I think her grift game is just at another level. And now if Umar Johnson was clocking in several millions of dollars like Tiffany, then I think maybe we could have like like Candace, then I think we could really have a real battle. But grift-wise, nah. I think Candace is just in a different league. Like there's no way around it. I don't know if Candace is going to be streaming this week. I got this feeling that she is. I got this feeling. I got a feeling. It's not based on anything logical. So I can't give you any tangible evidence. I got a feeling that her lawyers want her to sit out and stop talking so much. That's what I think. Again, I have no evidence to that point. I have no reason to believe. I got this feeling. Her lawyers probably told her, you might need to stop for a second. Let's take this down a notch, and let's stop doing all day, every day. Because the conspiracies, if you follow her on X, the conspiracies are spiraling out of control, right? She went from whatever's going on with Charlie to the Egyptian planes. Now they're about to try to assassinate me. Now we got like a 9/11 event coming up. She's just saying stuff and it's just coming faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. I got a feeling, that's again me. I have no reason. I could be wrong. Let me tell you this. I got no problem being wrong. That she probably is going to be put in timeout by her lawyers. Like, ma'am, you got to stop. I want to be wrong. But I got this feeling she's going to be out. She's going to sit out for a second. Well, let me ask this question. Let me ask you a question. And we're just talking. What was the real logical reason for her not having a show this past week? Besides the fact that I was out of town and I didn't have a laptop. So she was doing me a solid. But what was the real reason why she didn't have a show? What was it? Did she? What was the reason? She didn't have one, right? There was no real reason for her not to have a show. Now she tried to put it in this framework of my life is in danger. This is really what it was. It really was because it was Thanksgiving. But I also believe, just based upon information and belief, that her attorney said we might need to have a conversation. And let me tell you this, guy. I threw this out there onto the Twitter as well. I am now 100% confident that the whole assassination thing was a total lie. A total lie. There's no truth to it at all. None whatsoever. I know what Brandon Tatum said. I know what she said on the Twitter and so on and so forth. It was a total lie. And I'll tell you why. And this is me. My name is Jason. I'm going to stand on this one until further evidence. She's in too deep. I like that. It needs to recalibrate. I like it. This is why I'm going to say she was the whole Egyptian French assault team was going to delete her is a total lie. It's a total lie. And this is why I say that. It's a total lie because her lawyers did not file an emergency injunction with the court because the party that's suing them is now threatening harm and danger to the plaintiff. They didn't do that. I mean, the defendant. They didn't do that because it doesn't exist. There is no, if anybody should see all the proof and evidence, it should be her lawyers. She should have brought that wheelbarrow of all this information and said, here's the proof. And they should have looked at it and said, whoa, you're right. Let's get the judge in line. Let's get an emergency injunction because this is now going into a different realm where you're making like these people who are suing you civilly are now doing criminal activities. They didn't do that because it doesn't exist. There is no evidence. Her lawyers should be seeing all the evidence. If you and me and Brandon Tatum and Yahoo over there on Twitter don't see the evidence, that's not the issue. Her lawyers should see the evidence. And they should have said, hold up, call Judge, I forgot his name, call the judge. We got to get something done immediately because these people are threatening us and we have evidence to that fact. There's none of that. That's how you know it's not real. So I'm going to give you that and say, that's your evidence why you know, unless the lawyers go and file, let me go real quick, pull up the Candy file. If they pull out and say, hey, we filed an emergency injunction against the Macrons because they are now hiring hitmen and hit women to do harm to our client. And as far as I can see right here, there's nothing of that nature being filed in this case. Why not? If they put this out, last week? It's been better than a week now? And nothing from from her attorneys. Okay. There you go. I know you liked that episode. This is actually a clip from a larger live stream. The link is down in the description, so you can go check it out. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you down there. Grace and peace.